it a few minutes ago.
Okay, never mind. All right, yay.
We got it.
Okay, I hope this is recording. Okay.
It says
yes,
recording on my little deal. Yeah.
Good. All right, guys. So first of all, just very quickly, we have the bingo game happening again. This is the last month that we're going to do bingo for a while, until like 3 months before conference, the next conference, which is in October. And try this. You know, it's really fun. Even if you don't make the bingo, it gets you motivated. What are you laughing about?
You're so cute. You're so cute.
Oh, well, anyway, try it. You'll like it. It's starting to sound like I'm from New Jersey. But anyway, it just gets you motivated, or just, you know, it's kind of that one simple change type of thing. It's just one little box, and it gets you kind of rolling in the right direction to do another activity. It's good for doing the activities.
I also like it when I'm stuck and I just don't really know what to do, or my brain's not firing on all cylinders. It's kind of nice to look at that and say, oh, I could try that. I mean, it's just, I like it for that.
Also, the next shred date is going to be, when is it? It's going to be May, where is it? Where is it on here?
April 30th.
I think it's April 30th.
April 30th to May 9th. It avoids Mother's Day, so that's why it's then. So we will always be doing our shred every single time we get some new customers. And of course, Angie's the rock star that brings on 25 people or whatever. She's just crazy. So that's really good. I'm really excited to say that everybody who's here tonight that's present at this meeting is going to be a part of the focus groups, which is wonderful. We have actually 8 people. Marianne from Chicago is going to be doing it. Monica Fairman is going to be doing it, because I really roped her in. I said, you have to do it. Kind of like, you know, a strong holder her. What is that thing? You strong armed?
Strong arm?
Yes. Jeez. Anyway. I'm telling you, I just don't know these things. But anyway, it's a really good representation. I think you're going to love it. We had our first meeting, just the leaders, last night to kind of organize the groups. So all the communication is going to be via Voxer, and you will have your own Voxer group, and your leaders will get that set up. So, but do mark your calendars for May. It's Monday, May, what was it, 7th?
7th.
Yeah, because that is when all of the teams are coming together. All the groups are coming together on Zoom, and it's a big launch. And so that'll be really exciting, because there should be about 60 people in all from about 4 different groups. So I just think it's going to be really good. The track record of this focus group program has been phenomenal. So I think it'll be just yet another way to kind of catapult ourselves, you know, to get to where we want to get to, and wherever that is. And I think everybody probably is tired of where they are right now. They, you know, they want to get to senior sales, or they want to get to SC, or they want to get to VF, and this will be a way to do that. So yay. So first thing I would just want to quickly do is screen share. And
did you send out the April bingo sheet?
I did. I always send it. Hold on. I always send it. Hold on. I always send it in the team update. I always do a team update in the beginning of the month. And I always attach it there. But if you want me to, I will be happy to resend it.
I was just searching my
just
mail,
to make it easy. Okay. And, you know, if you get a bingo, your name goes in the drawing, and the drawing is for a $50 Amazon card. Nancy won it last month. Did you get it in the mail?
I did. I got it yesterday. Thank you.
Good. And then whoever's going to conference, whoever did bingos, their names get pulled into the hat. So we've got Jenny or Melinda, and they will get $100 cash at conference.
Yay!
Yeah. So you have a good chance of winning, Melinda.
Good.
The odds are good.
Yeah.
I'm not there this time.
I know. Darn it. Neither are you. Anyway, Lindley. Okay, can everybody see mission-driven model?
No.
Nope.
Nada.
It says I'm viewing your screen, but I'm not.
Hang on, Charlie. You know how this is. Here we go. There we go. I have to kind of go in and out a little bit. All right. Now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Your story is so important, and I think what I'm going to ask everybody to do is kind of like some homework just this month. You're not starting your focus groups until May, but we still have got April to go. So I was looking on Mission Driven and this wonderful site, and under building your customer base, it's your stories. And this is something that everybody should just be duplicating. In other words, training your team the same thing. But when you guys have a time, I want you to save this and print it out, or just print this sheet out. It's a new form. It's a new, really nice formula of creating your story. And it's your product and your business story. When you are in front of a room doing a presentation, you want to have this story definitely memorized and in your brain. This story is going to be your story for all your Juice Plus life. I've been saying my story for 18 years. I've tweaked it. I've improved on it. I can't stress enough how important it is to get it down and get it down right. And you want to have certain things in there. You want to be relatable, but you want to be, I don't want to say dramatic, but you want to have something in there that has some heart and has some seriousness as to what Juice Plus did for you. Because we do have some pretty amazing stories. You know, for me, I mean, I'll just quickly go through, you know, my story, my product story. 18 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom with 2 boys, 2 and 5, and I was really struggling with getting sick all the time, sinus infections. I was on, antibiotics 2 to 3 times a year, and I was yet taking this big shoebox full of vitamin pills. But I wasn't the mom I wanted to be. I was a tired mom. I was always sick. I was exhausted. And with that, with the antibiotics and the supplements, that was my normal. That's what I thought, that's the way it was going to be. And a friend of mine shared with me a simple way to flood my body with 30 different fruits and vegetables. And it completely made sense to me, but it also changed my health picture immensely. Now, 18 years later, I can't remember the last time I was on an antibiotic. So from 2 to 3 a year to maybe I've been on 2 since those 18 years. I'll never stop taking Juice Plus. I'm so grateful for this nutrition insurance. That's kind of my long story. If I were to be in an elevator, I would say something like, I'd keep it super simple. And I'll just say, 18 years ago, I was sick all the time with sinus infections. I don't know if you can relate. I made some healthy lifestyle changes, and a friend shared with me a simple way I could flood my body with fruits and vegetables. Now I'm getting like 45 whole foods every day. I can't believe the change in my health. And it's something called Juice Plus. Have you ever heard of it? Well, no. Are you open to some information? I'd love to send you something like that. So there you can abbreviate it and make it really short. A lot of times I weave my business story in there too. And I love this, this wonderful form here because it has an acronym. You can create your story using PLOT, pain, lesson, opportunity, and triumph. So, what areas of your life were dissatisfied that made this business attractive to you? And for me, it wasn't like it wasn't dissatisfied. Well, maybe it was in a way. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to contribute. I really felt like I wanted to contribute. I also knew when the kids were going back to school, I would have to go back to work. But I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was really liking being home. So there was that kind of conflict. Also, honestly, I wanted something for me. I needed something for my own to feel self-satisfied for me. And I feel very proud saying that. That's okay. But you want to get to that realness because that's where people can relate to you. So the lesson is, what have you realized that you need to do in order for things to get better? And I just explained that, sharing Juice Plus was such a natural thing. I naturally shared Juice Plus with my friends and family. And then I realized that I could actually build a little business And then the opportunity, what features the Juice Plus company is exciting to you. And I always say, you know, I make my own hours. I'm my own boss. I work when I want to, but I have replaced a full-time salary. I treat it like a business, and it's paid me like a business. So, and I found a way to do that, and we have really good resources and support and everything, but I've replaced that salary. So that's the triumph. And then I always say there's a benefits package at the top level of this company. And for me, that's important because my husband, I'd love to retire him here soon. And we know that the sky's the limit with this. There is like no glass ceiling. So
What does the O stand for?
opportunity. So what
Thank
are
you.
the features of the Juice Plus company that's exciting for you? Why is this an awesome opportunity for you? Like, for example, I can fit it into my already busy schedule while earning a part-time income. So use this to fill it out. And then what I want to do is work with each of you individually, like on Zoom, and get your story down. So you'll have it, and you'll share it with me, and we'll work on this. This will be like a little working project so that everybody feels very comfortable, and then you can memorize it, get it memorized in your head, you know? So it's really important, guys, because when you're out there talking to people and they say, oh, what is it? And you go, you know, or you choke, or later you go, oh, I should have said this, or, oh, I forgot to say that. I mean, I know, I've been there and I've done that. So it's a wise idea to take that time to create your story. Okay. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to Nancy.
And Will. Hi, Will.
I will. Oh, no, go back to your screen. Go back to sharing your screen.
Okay, to Mission Driven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Building your customer base.
Okay.
And what do you say?
And what? I couldn't hear you.
What do you say?
Oh, cool. Okay. I don't think I've ever been here before.
So Cindy kind of touched on it when she was talking about her story, that this is where you find this information. You don't have to scroll through it or anything now, but she touched on the reason why you build your story now and you practice it, and you don't really have to memorize it, but you do have to read it over and over. It's kind of like Melinda can probably memorize hers, but I guarantee you I can't memorize mine. But the very fact of memorizing over and over, you just become so much more comfortable with answers. And the reason that I asked to do this training is because I was in the Brave Leaders program. I guess I am in the Brave Leaders program. And one of my pod people talked about she wanted to teach this so that she would learn it. And I thought that was brilliant because I've taught a lot of wellness classes, and that's how I've learned so much about health. I just have to keep researching in order to be current. So this, what do you say? I believe that the smartest thing that any of us can do is to print it out and read it once a week or twice a week or whatever it takes for us to get comfortable with the responses or the invitation. So you're working on your story, but you're also learning other people's verbiage to things that national marketing directors have been asked over and over and over again. So things like, to a close friend or family member, I know you've mentioned that I have more energy and that my skin looks better. FYI, nobody has ever said to me anything about me looking better, having better health, but I love this answer anyway. It's been amazing to experience those changes, put your own changes in there, and I wanted to share more with the people I care most about. I learned about a simple way to add over 30 fruits and vegetables to my diet, and it's what I've been doing. I'd love...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Sorry, I was frozen.
It's okay. We knew.
Yeah.
We could tell.
But you can still see the screen and everything.
Yes, you still looked adorable. And then for an acquaintance, I love all that I've been learning about nutrition, and I'm having some people over to my home to enjoy smoothies and have a discussion about wellness. I'll also be sharing a simple way that I found to get over 30 whole foods into my diet every day. If I send you an invitation, would you be interested? And I found out, would you be interested at the end of, I don't know if you guys remember the invitation I sent out a while ago and got all that response, was because I asked the question at the very end, would you be able to make it? Would you be interested? That putting the question at the end is just smart, because they
Do
feel.
you ever say, would you be open?
What?
Would you say, have you ever used would you be open rather than would you be interested?
Yeah, it depends upon what I'm asking. Would you be open to watching this video? Or, yeah, I don't ask them would they be open to coming to an event, but I ask if they would be interested to coming to an event. So I'm not going to read all of these because there's a million of them up there. I do love the one that says someone with health challenges. Do you have a few minutes to talk? Off my mind. I have no idea if something I learned about could help, but what if it could? I would never want you to say, Nancy, you knew about this and didn't share it with me. It has made a big difference in our health, and there are over 35 published medical studies proving its effectiveness. I don't know if you're getting what I got from this, but I read this a few times over and over, just like reading your story and practicing your story. These things become top of mind. And the other thing is that it kind of builds your awareness of who's around you, because now you know what to say to them. So I like it for that reason. Now, reconnecting with friends from the past, I have to tell you, I have a little bit of a problem with some of that. I like asking about family, occupation, recreation, but I got to tell you, I'm 68 years old. If I reconnect with someone from the past and ask them how they feel about where they are in life right now, it's going to sound so fake if I turn around with Juice Plus. And if I ask them where they want to be in 5 years, they're just going to tell me they want to be alive. So
How true was that?
I'm thinking maybe that's not the best approach. But I really do like the family, occupation, recreation, and then the last extra comment idea. I am so thankful I learned about this, and I want everyone that I know and care about to hear this too. And like I said, I'm an introvert. I know I don't come across as an introvert, but I am. And so just talking to people very naturally about things doesn't come easy to me. Practicing things to say really, really helps me a lot. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Now, there's another thing. Do I have enough time to go into overcoming a...
Sure.
Okay. So there's another set of verbiage that Loretta Koeth put together, and I think she spells it Koeth. And if you go to campbellteam.net, password campbellteam, all one word, and you go under Monday Night Call Series, and you can just search for Koeth, Koeth, and you'll find her call about overcoming objections. But you'll also find, you have to go to Campbell Team, Cindy, it's not on there. But you'll also find a PDF of verbiage for overcoming objections. And so,
It's right there. It's also right here.
Where is it?
oh,
Under what do I say?
what-
Cool.
what-
So
Not-
under mission driven, it's that,
model,
yeah,
right.
how to share Juice Plus and get customers. And if you scroll
Got it.
down, there
Got
it
it.
is.
Well, isn't that
Hold
simple?
on.
Isn't that simple? So,
And
what
I love the heading. I love the heading. How to share Juice Plus and get customers. Isn't that what we're doing?
yeah.
Right.
So, any of these things that where people share their verbiage with you, if you are challenged when someone says to you, "It costs too much," or "I can't afford it," and then this is their answer in comparison to what? I understand. I worried about the added expense when I started it. Here's what I've found. And of course, I don't have a lot of trouble with that one because I talk about how, because I am 68 years old, and I tell you, healthcare can be a big issue as an age. So when I talk about it, I talk about my healthcare expenses, and I put it in my medical budget. And my copays are $50 a crack. So not going to the doctor saves me a lot of money. I got a cold or the flu or cold or whatever earlier this year for the first time in 4 years. And I went to Walmart to buy Mucinex, and it was $16. And I don't know about you, but $16, that's over the counter. It's ridiculous. So I haven't needed any of that stuff for 4 years. So that's a really easy answer to me. This one I really like, and this one I struggle with. I know I'm kind of a pain. Somebody says I already eat healthy or I eat enough fruits and vegetables. I struggle because a lot of times they're shutting down. And what a great answer they have here. I'm impressed. How do you do it? Tell me more about what you are getting into your diet. Where do you shop? I'm going to need your help teaching others to do the same. I mean, it really, this response is really positive.
Yeah.
I struggle with that because I know they're shutting me down. But if you come back with this really powerful, positive response, they can't continue to shut you down. They just can't. And then, it goes on to say, I have a placemat handy. And of course, I had it right here. Okay, I'm going to put it in front of my face. So I got to tell you, I rarely have a placemat handy. They're big. But this postcard is what I use for a bookmark in my bullet journal. And so I do always have it handy. And so if you carry that around, you can show people the 45 or however many whole foods that you're getting every day. One of the other ones that I really like, because some people are just really hesitant about MLMs, and I love that they say, it sounds like you've had a negative experience. What do you think they are? I'm in a position where I can say, I get things about auto ship. Does anybody else get things like, is this auto ship?
Yeah.
And they're really hesitant about that. I got caught in auto ship hell in another company once. And so I understand that fear of having product and not being able to cancel or delay or whatever. So I'm really open and tell them, oh my gosh, I have experienced that and I totally get it. And I have total control, or you have total control. So you don't have to worry about that happening to you. And that puts their mind at ease. And then the other one that I relate to, because, again, how many of you have had people say or not say because they won't look at you, I found negative information on the internet.
Mhm.
And I love that they said, tell me, what did you find? I would just love it if some people would tell me that they found negative information. I know they did, but
They
they
don't
won't
say,
tell me that they did. And then another thing that this sheet says is, do you know what the source was? Have you Googled the credibility of the source? Well, I can tell you it can be really hard to find that information. However, what I like to say is, I know it's hard to believe my credibility because I'm a sales rep for the company, but how do you feel about the credibility of MD Anderson Cancer Center or UCLA or St. Jude's or Nemours? These are all highly respected universities and medical centers that do believe in our product. So I just like to share the credibility of our research and our research partners with them. I do have to say that I love the sentence at the end of this that says, if you are getting the same objection over and over, check your belief. We attract what we think. Make sure your belief is rock solid. Get with your sponsor if it's not. There are ways to help. And so some of the issues that I had, I talked about MLM, the auto ship thing, that was one of mine, and Googling negative information. So I had to find why I believe and what sold me and get that belief rock solid so that I can answer those. So I guess in
That's
closing,
great.
like good little Boy Scouts, just by reading this stuff, it's really nice to be prepared. So that's what I like about it. I have a stack of things that I want to start reading every week. And my story is part of that, because having your story down rock solid, it allows you to communicate in a better way. So
And what I
that's
love
all I
about this is that it's conversational. You're asking questions, so people will be disarmed. You know, so you're getting into a conversation. It's not like you're just pushing information on them.
And the other thing that I want to say is, when you invite someone or when you write an email to someone, even if you're writing like an email that you're just going to copy and paste 1,000 times, or a text that you're going to copy and paste 1,000 times, put a sentence at the beginning of it that's friendly and warm. Cindy did I have a really good example of what Cindy did. Now, this is not exactly for everybody, but this is the kind of thing that you want to do. It was one of her invitations. I don't even know where I got it. Great to talk to you yesterday. I would love to have you join us for this event. So that's just a great way to start an email. I like to say things like, I haven't seen you in a while. I would love to see you. Are you available this night for this event? Things that you can send to a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Thank you.
all. You're welcome.
So everybody knows where to get those, that handout that we just saw, right?
Building a mission-driven model, building your customer base. What do you say?
Right.
Right. And how to share Juice Plus and get customers.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. All right. Can everybody see this little images, the stair step?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go kind of quickly here because I know it's late, but it's 8:37, so we got a few more minutes. I just really want to stress something here, because qualifying is really important, and the money is sitting on the table for everybody. So I want to kind of explain why qualify and where's the money, or show me the money. Okay, so when you qualify your business, you get a 5% bonus, and that might not sound like a lot, but actually down the way it turns out to be pretty much your whole paycheck. It turns into the largest part of your paycheck. It is for me, for sure. And what we want to do is, with everybody, is we do it ourselves, we qualify ourselves, and then we want to be teaching everybody else along the way. That is the goal. So I love this stair step. I'm still such a visual learner. Every time we start up a new rep, I'm always showing them this. I like to show them the vision of 2,000 plus. of getting to the virtual franchisee level in 60 days. You know, I think that if we don't show them that we've done it, or we're trying to do it, or it is doable, because it very much is, then they'll never see it, and they'll go slow. So I think we just need to be more bold and just say, this is the way we do things. The 500 in 1 month is so easy. It really is. And I don't like to sign anybody up until they really have strategized their 2 other families outside orders, because that is very easy to do. And I always say that the team usually can get it done, you know, in a couple of weeks. Certainly, if you have an event or plan 2 events, you can get this 2,000 plus done. And I always say too, it's the only real focused time that you have in this Juice Plus business, where there's that window, and, you know, to accomplish in 60 days, 2,000 points. But the reason why we love to get here to the virtual franchisee level is because you'll notice it says 5% bonus. It doesn't say it down here, it says it here. And it says it all the way along the road, all the way, that 5% bonus. You're eligible when you hit that virtual franchisee level. To qualify your business, you want to accumulate 24 Trio customers, or accumulate at least 1,000 monthly PVC or points each month. And that's where I always refer to our handy dandy points chart, which I always have on hand. I mean, I must refer to this points chart thing, I don't know, several times a day. I love it because it has all the numbers right there of the points. It's never going to look like a beautiful 24 Trio customers. It'll be some complete, some bars, you know what I mean. It's going to be a bunch of different things. So it could be 32 customers. Some just have the duo, some have the trio, some just has shakes, whatever. But around 24 Trio customers will get you to that qualification. 1,000 points in that business month. It goes from 0 the beginning of the month, and then by the end of the month, you want that to be 1,000. And I'll show you where else we can look to learn a little bit more in depth here. So if you teach 3 others to qualify, you earn $1,250 a month, and teach 12 others. That's that 12 club that you've heard about. That's $3,300, and you teach 39, and that's $10,000 a month. VFs. So if you're at VF, and you have 24 Trio customers, you're earning about $376 a month just from qualifying. Okay, and I know there's some of you that are doing just that. VS with 40 Trios, it's that much. Sales coordinators, because you get that 22% commission, so you're making a higher amount anyway. You would be earning this, and then sales coordinators with 40 Trio customers, this. Okay, so that's that. I love this. You know, I love this sheet. I think it's just great. We're always using it now with new reps, and it's so much fun because you can start filling in, you know, your order, and let's say 1 other in your family, and the 2 outside households, or you plus 2 will get you that HLP
And where do you,
right there.
pardon me for interrupting, where do you find this particular, where do you find that?
Okay, we'll go there right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, hang on. All right, back to our handy dandy. Can you see mission driven?
Here it is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So getting started. Fast track. And these are wonderful tutorials. This is how to do the HLP. This is how to do the 2,000 plus. I mean, you can get a new distributor on the phone, bring her to the mission driven or on Zoom, and go through these. Very, very, very good.
Okay.
We're going to watch this one in just a second. It's not long. And there's that sheet right there.
Thank you.
If you're looking for the one that is the stair step, the big stair step,
Mm-hmm.
It's under building your team. Come on. Oh, building your team, sorry. And then marketing plan. And it's right there. You just click on that and it'll open the picture and then you can print it off.
Great, thank you. I want to make my folders up.
Yeah, it's always nice to have those ready to go. Linda was talking about, being prepared so that if you build it, they will come. If you make your packets ready for your new distributors, they'll be ready and they will come. It will get there. So let me just play this one quick video here. It's of Brian Rose. There are many different ways to explain PB and qualifying your business, but I like what he says. I think it's short, but I want you to see the potential of what we can make with this. And I really also want to say to you guys too is don't be afraid to dream a little bit. I think we get so practical and just so in our box, but I have seen so many things happen for people in this wonderful business. And I'm starting this book, and I wanted to talk to you about that Get Over Your Damn Self book. It's good. It's like, but it's timely. It's a great book written for our business. But let's just not stop the dream. Okay, here we go.
Hi everyone, this is Brian Rose, and I'd like to explain the performance bonus to you, also known as PB. This is a major component of our Juice Plus marketing plan, and as you progress to the higher positions, you will start noticing that the performance bonus becomes the largest portion of your monthly Juice Plus paycheck. To receive the performance bonus, you must be a virtual franchisee or above, and along with that, you must have 1,000 PVC or more per month. This is called a qualified business. Now, if we want to break it down into just Juice Plus Trio orders, that means that you would have 24 Juice Plus Trio orders or 13 orders where people are getting the Juice Plus Trio and the complete. This is typically what people would order if they're doing the Shred 10 program. Now, these 1,000 points comes from your customers, your dealers and their customers, and your direct distributors and their customers. So those 24 Trio orders can come from any one of these three sources.
I'm just pausing here. So you got that? It's great to just get it all on your own. It's a good idea to just get all your customers on your own and get to 1,000. But you can also, what also feeds into that 1,000 are your brand new distributors. Anything they do feeds into that 1,000, and your DDs. That also feeds into your 1,000. So, really, when you start bringing on some people, it's really not hard to get to that 1,000. It really is not.
We do have a golden ticket called customer qualification. And this means that the 1,000 points comes from only your own customers. This produces a much higher income every month because, of course, you're getting paid more because you have more personal customers, but you also have that customer qualified status, so you are getting that extra 5%. What is the performance bonus? It is 5% on the volume of your team down 3, 4, or 5 qualifying generations. Now, when I first heard that, I had no idea what it meant. So let me show it to you. Here I am, and I sponsored my friend, and they sponsored their friend, and that continues down. Now, these are called levels. Underneath me in this line, we have 8 levels of representatives. However, I want to tell you about generations. Generations is different than levels. Generations has to do with qualified businesses. So at the end of the month, these are the PVC values for each of these 8 representatives.
So again, I'm holding it here. So this person got 1,200 in their business month. This one got 2,500. This one got 500. So, okay, this is what they made, or their PVC points that they accumulated in their business month. And this is one leg, okay, one line.
Which of these people have qualified businesses with 1,000 or more points? It's these ones. It's number 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8. These are the qualified businesses. So in our marketing plan, we are paid performance bonus on up to 5 generations of qualified businesses. As you're working up to that, there is a period where you'll get paid on 3 qualified generations and then 4 qualified generations, but ultimately it is 5 qualified generations. The payout for the performance bonus is 5% of the PBC. So let's look at number 1 here. 1,200 PBC means $60 as 5% of this. That $60 is going to be paid out of 5 generations. That $60 paid 5 times. $60. And I'm going to get that first $60.
Hang on. Somebody's like bashing around. So, all right, did you get that?
Can you take it back just a little bit?
$60 paid 5 times.
Yep.
5 generations. The payout for the performance bonus is 5% of the PBC. So let's look at number 1 here. 1,200 PBC means $60 as 5% of this. That $60 is going to be paid out of 5 generations. So that $60 paid 5 times. The first $60 will go to me. It's payday, and I'm going to get that first $60. The rest of the $60 will go to the 4 people in my upline who also have qualified businesses. Level 2 is $125. So one of those is going to go to number 1 because they have a qualified business. The next will go to me because I have a qualified business. And the other 3 will go up 3 generations in my upline. Number 3 here, they do not have a qualified business. They only have 500 points. It's not quite to 1,000 yet, but we still get paid 5% on their volume. So this $25 will go to number 2, number 1, to me, and then to my upline. The same thing with number 4. However, because number 3 does not have a qualified business, they do not get the 5% from the people in their downline. Number 5, it goes like this. Notice number 3 and number 4 are not getting paid performance bonus because they don't have qualified businesses yet. And of course, it goes down. And you can see that person number 6 here, if they would have gotten just a few more orders, they would be passing the performance bonus. So as you can tell, this is why it's really important to have a qualified business. If you were number 3, for example, and you were able to bring your volume to a qualified business, you would make extra income from the performance bonus of all of those distributors underneath you. Now, keep this in mind as well. We're not just talking 8 people. Each of these people can start sponsoring others. And I'm going to get paid the performance bonus on all of these people down 5 generations in every direction. This is called a line. And when you back up and you see the big picture, here's what I just described. But I'm not just limited to that. I can start sponsoring many other people, you see? And I will continue to get paid the performance bonus on all of the people that I sponsor. One of the great things about our marketing plan is that we're paid on generations, not levels. If we were paid on up to 5 levels, these are the only people that we would get paid on. However, we are paid on 5 generations. And so these are the people that we get paid on. Our marketing plan allows for an infinite number of frontline team members. So this is what I showed you earlier. However, I can keep sponsoring as many frontline team members as possible. In many marketing plans from other companies, you are only allowed to sponsor a certain number of frontline representatives. Not with Juice Plus. You can sponsor an unlimited number of frontline representatives, which truly takes the glass ceiling off of the income. Our mission statement is to build a stable and lasting company that will help as many people as possible realize their dreams. I encourage you to go out there and build a qualified business with at least 1,000 PBC points every month And if you're counting on some of your team members to build up to that 1,000 points, that's good to start with. But continue getting customers so you have a self-qualified business.
So that's just a very brief kind of, shortened version of it. But I thought it was good in that it's really comprehensive. There are other places in Mission Driven that goes into more detail. You have to know too that if you go over 1,000, there's an excess. It's kind of like a bank. The company will allow you to have 1,000 in your excess. So just in case you're short that month by, let's say, 200 or something, it'll pull like a bank account from that excess so that you will qualify your business. So it is really, once you're VF, your next goal is to qualify that business and try to stay qualified every single month. And you want to be bringing on people, get them to VF, and then to qualify their business. So that's, the money. I mean, when you looked at all those lines and, oh my gosh, all that, it's really amazing. When you think, like from me, Jeannie Williams and Wendy Campbell, they are all being able to get their bonuses that from, my team. And it's just incredible. So there. Did I put everything?
That was helpful.
Okay. And there,
that video was the first time I understood the power of the performance bonus when I saw that the first time. So, I really like that explanation, even though it's not detailed. The more detailed it gets, the more confusing it gets. When you see it laid out simply like that, it's much easier for me anyway.
Yeah. Brian is amazing. He was a music teacher for years, and he just got to retire from that because of his Juice Plus business. He's a national marketing director, and but he was in public schools down in Jacksonville, Florida for years. He was a music teacher, so he's a teacher, and he explains it in a very easy way, in the stick person and everything. So I appreciate him. We've seen him teach. Remember at the Branson Boot Camp?
Yes, I remember him.
Yeah.
Because he was a music teacher, so I felt akin.
He and his wife, right. So anyway, okay, so this book, Get Over Your Damn Self, is written by a gal that is a huge leader, one of the top leaders of Rodan and Fields. You've heard of Rodan and Fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she is, one of their top national marketing director equivalent. She was married to, or is married to, her husband, who is a physician. She was a lawyer, but very quickly, and then she went into PR. And they have 2 children, and they were working all the time. They live in San Diego. It's really expensive, and they were just constantly working. Big busy doctor and all of that, trading their hours for dollars, never seeing their kids, never enjoying life, and it's just the grindstone. So she fell in love with Rodan and Fields, and she took off. She went with it. And I don't know how long it took her to get to the top level, but now she and her husband's retired from being a doctor, and they make 6 figures a month.
What?
I know. And not everybody's going to do that. And she talks about, and I just got started, and I don't want to keep going because I think this would be a great book for everybody to read. Now, I have to say, she uses the S word sometimes. She's kind of mouthy, whatever. But it's good information. So far, I'm just like, yep, she knows this business so well. And this is like the real thing. Just like any business, when I got a job at Watkins Manufacturing, they manufacture hot spring spas. I had to go through training. I had to understand the company. I had to understand what they expected of me. I had to understand what I was supposed to do. And all of that was training. Well, we sometimes walk into these businesses like, oh, and we just kind of learn as we go. But, we really need to treat it more like a business. I more and more I am committed to that, is that I don't want to bring in somebody and have them be disappointed in their first paycheck or, down the way. I feel responsible. I want them to be able to understand the marketing plan just to what they need to know and make good money, but there is a way to do it, and you've got to do some training. So this is a great book to read for you guys because you have been around a little bit and you understand it's the pitfalls and it's some of the mistakes and it's some of the ways that we can rethink things. She, just in this first chapter, I love it. She talks about dreaming. She talks about dream boards. She talks about getting your why and just, being serious about it. And it's not, a hobby, and it's not just namby-pamby. So I don't know about you, but, I would love for you guys to join me in reading this, and then we can circle back next month, or maybe if it takes us a couple of months, or we can discuss it on a Voxer chat on its own. I don't want to make more work for anybody, but I really think that leaders are readers, and there are now really good books that are finally coming out around network marketing. And, we have GoPro, which is okay. It's not great. This, I think, is going to be a lot better. Also, it's a female writing, and I think that she's got a large female team too. So I think it's going to be really great. So anyway, who's in? You can just get it at Amazon or whatever.
I'm ordering it right now.
Already bought it online.
Okay.
Kindle.
Anyway, so
Kindle, baby.
yeah. So there we go, and we can. I don't know how you want to structure this, but maybe we could, read a chapter, and after this first chapter, there's action steps and everything, and we can let me think about it and talk about it and confer with everybody. So that'll be good.
And I think we're going to have to see how this whole focus group thing, what we've got to do in that too.
Yeah.
So, because I've got Brave Leaders program and that focus group coming
I don't
up.
want to add, as I said, I really don't want to add, but we can read this in our own time, but it'd be fun to have a conversation about it.
It would be fun to have a conversation about
It
it.
doesn't have to be a structured, we have to meet and all that kind of stuff. So great.
Good.
Yay. I'm going to end the recording. I can't believe I'm actually
Remembering?